Okay, apparently my video got cut off, but these were the answers: 144 for D and 900 for E. So pause that if you want to look at my work and check that out. Let's go take a look at number 10. This time we'll do a geometric sequence. So the geometric sequence has all its terms positive, so it's not alternating. It's not going positive, negative, positive, negative. The first term is 7 and the third term is 28. So here's what that looks like: 7 something and then 28. And it goes on. Alright. Now, this problem here, we're multiplying. Okay, so 7 times something is this, and then this times the same thing as 28. So we have to find the common ratio. And this one's pretty straightforward. Times 2. It's 14. Times 2 is 28. Common ratio is 2. And it says, find the sum of the first 14 terms. So we're going to use this equation. We're going to use the geometric sum, which is right there. So write that down. Give me 1 second. Writing it down. I'll come back. Okay. So there it is. There's our formula for the sum of n terms. So if I want the sum of 14 terms, that's n. N is 14. So we're going to plug in 14. The first term was 7. The common ratio was 2. N is 14. And then the common ratio is 2. And there we have it. That's what we're going to plug in to get the answer. And you have the answers. So there's 10, 10b. You should end up with 114,681. I guess that's the answer to this question. So remember, I did give you the solutions of these. So make sure you're checking your solutions. Let's do the last problem here. 16. The tuition fees for the first 3 years of high school are given in the following table. Tuition fees form a geometric sequence, so make sure you're in the geometric sequence when you're looking at your equations. Find the common ratio R for this sequence. Okay, so what do I have to multiply this by to get to this? 2,000 times what is 2,500? Or you could divide them out. So let's see here. 3125 divided by 2,500 is 1.25. So if I divide and I get to this, it makes sense that I could multiply and get the other way. So let's try it. 2,000 times 1.25. There we go, 2,500. 2,500 times 1.25. There we have it. So there's our common ratio, 1.25. It's what you multiply to get to the next one. Common arithmetic is what you add to get to the next one. If the fees continue to rise at the same rate, calculate to the nearest dollar the total cost of tuition fees for the first 6 years of high school. Now, this is total cost of tuition fees. So it's, hopefully you're not going to high school for 6 years though, but that's not to the point here. Total cost of tuition fees. this year plus this year plus this year plus this year plus this year. So this is a sum of these, and it's the sum of 6 years. So we're going to use this equation right here, which is, so we plug in U1, which is 2000, and then R to the nth power, 6th power for us, minus 1, R minus 1, like that. So here's what we can do to plug this into our calculator. Work from the inside of parentheses out, so 1.25 to the 6th minus 1, that's inside the parentheses, times 2000. Now divide it by this. 1.25 minus 1 is 0.25. And you get your answer. 22517. What did it say? It said round to the nearest dollar. So I'm just going to turn that into an 8. And there we have it. Yikes. You know what? I got time on the video. You can do whatever you want. If you need to stop watching me and just do it for yourself, that's fine. Number 13. A basketball is dropped vertically. It reaches a height of 2. So here's the ball. It bounces. Bounces again. Bounces again. Bounces again. Bounces again. Every time it's going down, the height of the ball is going down. It reaches a height of 2 on the first bounce. The height of each subsequent bounce is 90% of the previous bounce. So if I do 2 times 0.9, so the next bounce, it's only going to go to 1.8. And then times 0.9, 1.62. And then times 0.9, 1.458. Here's kind of a interesting question. Is this ball ever going to stop bouncing? Because it's just going to be 90% of its previous height every time. Is it ever going to reach a height of 0? I don't know. This is called the Xenos Paradox. Check it out. So what height does it reach on the 8th bounce? So you could just keep doing this until you get to the 8th bounce. That is the 8th term of the sequence. Is this arithmetic or geometric? It's geometric because R is 0.9. So we want the nth term of a geometric sequence, which is given by this equation right here. So if we want the 8th term, that is n is 8, start with 2, plug in your common ratio, which is 0.9, and then you do 8 minus 1, which is 7, so you do 2 times 0.9 to the 7th power. So after 8 bounces, it's still just under half of where it started. It's a very pumped up ball. That's a 9. Alright, I've done enough. Hopefully this helps you. And again, you have the solutions. This is not the easiest thing in the world to wrap your mind around. But text me if you need help. Usermind.com, that sort of thing. I'll see you in class.